Hi guys, it's Oracle Anie and I'm back for another reading. In this reading, I am going to look at natural disasters and the significance of it from a spiritual point of view. Okay? I think that some people want to know are these like natural disasters that we're experiencing God punishing us? Or is it something else, right? Are we at fault for what's occurring right now, right? So for those of you who are curious about my opinion, I am going to say that I do not think that God is punishing us. Could we be acting better? Sure, right? But I think ultimately what this reading is about is what do we have to learn from these natural disasters and how are they helping or hindering us on our spiritual journey? Okay, so let's look into that. I have two oracle decks. I have the Faerie oracle deck and I have Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Okay, so I'm going to take two cards from here, one card from here, and we'll just see what this is. Okay, the cards could reflect something different than my opinion, so let's see. Okay, so fairies, what do we have to know about these natural disasters spiritually? Okay. And then for here, I'll do a clarity card. There we go. Oh, okay. So I'm going to talk about this first because it came out first. So we have the Yin card. Hopefully by now I've zoomed in. So we have the Yin card. And this card talks about feminine energy. So this tells me that it has to do with Mother Earth. So this message could be coming from Mother Earth about what she's trying to tell us about these natural disasters. Okay. This is also about receiving, right? And about becoming more intuitive, more sensitive. The two is from the card. The two from the card, hopefully you can see this, is telling me that there is something that we need to understand and learn how to balance, either with somebody else, within ourselves, or with other people, right? Because the two is about compromise, collaboration, understanding, getting along. It could be reflecting some sort of action that we are not taking. The steps here are telling me that this is part of a process or it comes in stages. Yeah, this is very soft energy, okay? Okay, so let's see what the fairies have to say. Ah, you're not going to believe this. So we have the Singer of Intuition, number 7. Okay. That's really nice. I mean, and look at these purples, right? We have the purple of intuition here. We have the purple of the third eye chakra here. Okay. And then we have Penelope Dreamweaver, number 28. I'm going to show you here. Okay. So let's see. So this whole message is about guiding us towards a new beginning, a more compassionate, understanding, collaborative beginning. And it comes in stages. And I intuitively am going to say that these natural disasters are being used as a way to soften us and the way we relate to others. Okay, so let me see what these fairies are about. Penelope the Dreamweaver is blue, so I'm going to say that she's connected somehow to, it's light blue, so it could be the throat chakra or it could be the third eye as well. So the Singer of Intuition is talking about our need to, like I said earlier with the Oracle card here, to become more intuitive. What does that entail? Okay, that entails more time in stillness, more time listening to our inner thoughts, to our higher selves, okay? And less time listening to what other people are saying, okay? This could take the form of listening to what nature is trying to tell us intuitively, right? Because we don't really, like, we can't really speak our English language or our native tongue language with nature around us, right? But everything in the universe is always communicating, right? It's just the question of, are we willing to listen and to not get frustrated because we're not getting the message, okay? It's also a call to not, how do I always want to say this? Like, reject your hunches about this, or your like your inner compass about this. Okay, so this card made me think about how shamans and indigenous people know intuitively how to talk to the land, and they have like a higher intuitive knowledge of like what the little signs and symbols mean, right? And then this card is also talking about how it has to happen in phases, because if it were to happen all at once, if we would be able to connect fully to our intuition and listen to everything that's going on, it would be overwhelming. So sometimes it has to come in like little bits and pieces, okay? Okay, and now with Penelope Dreamweaver, she's actually a fairy guide that works in the dream space and works with artistic and creative endeavors. Okay. What I am learning about regarding this fairy and other fairy guides is that, and in particular, she is the fairy of inspiration. She's one of the fairies of inspiration, right? It says that these fairies are tasked with inspiring people into action, into creative expression and artistic pursuits. Okay. Um, and it also, I'm also learning that these, well, when people ignore these um, callings or these like threads of inspiration, that then this type of fairy gets bored, right? And when they get bored, they stop sending information. So when I think about it with the intuition, it's a very easy to disconnect from our intuition when we get bogged down by our everyday tasks. We have a whole list of things to do that we think are more important than our spiritual nature, when in reality it's it's just as important as the spiritual reality, right? So you really want to do like a 50-50 um, eventually, because you're here and you're there, right? Um, but um, it's like you have to start somewhere. Again, I'm getting the thing about the steps, right? You want to start with like 90% here, 10% in spirituality if you haven't started. And then you want to move into like 80-20, 70-30, like that. So you can get to the 50-50 part, right? Um, so the other thing that it says here is that with these inspiration fairies, is that um, they can bring like nightmares in your dreams, right? They can bring nightmares in your dreams as a way to kind of wake you up, as a way to kind of like, hey, you're not paying attention, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And the way that I'm interpreting that in relation to this topic that we're discussing tonight or today is that um, what I think that this is saying is that these natural disasters are kind of like a wake up call. It's like, where can you be more understanding? Where can you be more compromising with others? Where can you collaborate more? Where can you, um, you know, was there any kind of like dream or sense that something was going to happen, and you could have helped someone and you didn't, or you could have done this and you didn't, and it's like we're all in it together, right? Because when somebody else is suffering, we suffer too, right? um, or like we can feel other people's pain. So it's not like, oh, the people who are being devastated by natural disaster, oh, that's them and this is me. At least I'm safe. At least I'm. It's like, well, you're safe not because you're lucky. You're safe because somebody needs to be in the position to help the people who are not. Um, so to get to the original question, is God punishing us with these like natural disasters? Um, you could say yes, but also no, right? Is it a punishment because you know people are losing their possessions and they're losing what they've worked hard to get in this life? Yes. Um, is it? It's also not a punishment because it's a tool to to have to receive more compassion from our neighbors and from other people that maybe didn't even think of us at all, you know? Except that you're not creating it. It's more like God is creating it, or the universe or source, however you want to call it, right? um, that it's like, I'm like, well, this is going to happen to these people. Let's see how the people who are safe, how are they going to react? How are the people who are in these situations, how are they going to act with each other, right? That way we can see how far along are they on their spiritual journey, right? Um, so yeah, that's the that's the message. Interesting. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy this. I'll be back for another reading later this month. I'm gonna do predictions next month. Sorry, next week I'm gonna do monthly predictions, and then I have some spirit messages because it's Halloween and people want to hear from their loved ones, and they have definitely come through. So I have two messages of that coming up. If you're interested, please subscribe, please like, and I will see you later. Thank you. Bye.